Hello and welcome. Welcome to Language is Fun, and my name is Nandini Apuluri. I absolutely love words, so I thought let me just sit down and make a sort of informal and long form video of me just discussing 4 words I came across this week that made me feel happy. They made me feel happy because as an ESL teacher, I often don't get to use big words. And if I do, I tend to really limit the words I use and then I have to explain them because it's very, very important to me to be understood and to have my students understand what I'm saying, right? So here are 4 words that I came across this week just naturally. So I will state the word, the part of speech, the definition, as well as the sentence it came in, and sometimes I might even include a sentence that I would naturally use it in. Let's begin. So the first word we have is pernicious. This is an adjective. It means extremely harmful, working or spreading in a slow and hidden way. I came across this word in a piece of text that was sent to a spoken English club group. Now, in that group, a lot of the members want to practice their spoken English, and they're not very high-level speakers, They, I would say, are very strong intermediates to quite a few beginners as well. Once again, just from my observations within the group. And to have a word like this in a sentence or a paragraph like the one that you can currently see on your screen, I think that can be very, very demotivating for a lot of students. Because a lot of these words that you can see here on the screen are high level words, multisyllabic words that people rarely use in such high concentration when they are either speaking or even reading. Okay, so the phrase that this sentence came in, if I modify it, this sentence should be, students can diligently study in the early morning hours without the pernicious encroachment of distractions. Okay, but the actual sentence that I saw this in, here we go. You can pause to read it, but I find it obnoxiously elaborate, to the point of seeming convoluted to most even native English speakers. And so I'm sure that this being directed to English learners, that too of all, stages and ages of their journey in English, this would not be what I would normally choose to share in a group like that. Here's the actual sentence pernicious came in. During this tranquil epoch or epic, depends on how you want to pronounce it, the UK version or the American version. So I'll start again. During this tranquil epoch, undisturbed by the world's slumber, the discerning learner can devote this serenely secluded period to assiduously engage in English study, immerse themselves in literary works, or diligently hone their linguistic aptitude without the pernicious encroachment of distractions. Oh my goodness. Good luck to the people who are learning English or using this particular text to, gain confidence in English if they're beginners. If they're advanced learners, of course, this can be a little bit of fun. How many of these words do you know? And could you make a sentence with so many big words like tranquil, epoch, discerning, serenely secluded, assiduously engage, immerse, diligently hone linguistic aptitude, pernicious encroachment, like all these little phrases. Oof. It's a loaded sentence. A very long, loaded sentence. It almost seems like it's a run-on because of how many syllables are, sort of packed in here. So this came from the FSEC1 WhatsApp group. That's the credits there. Now, how would I use the word pernicious? Spending too much time on social media can lead to being in a state of constant judgment, excitement, and comparison. So, being in a persistently stimulated state while scrolling through social media can have a pernicious effect on a person's mental well-being. You know, just threw that word in there with a pretty simple idea. Okay, so the next word also came from the same text. It's the word assiduous or assiduously. I really like this word. I don't know, it just sounds really good. Assiduous. You could say it with me, you know, assiduous. It's like the deciduous forest. Oh, all those S's. I quite like it. So assiduously is an adverb, and it means marked by care and persistent effort. Oof. What a nice meaning as well. And the adjective assiduous means exactly the same thing. So the phrase it came in, once again, I'm just taking the phrase, is that the learner / a learner can devote the serenely secluded period to assiduously engage in English study. How I would use it: I have been working on my YouTube videos assiduously, so please, please, please subscribe and follow for more content. Okay, we're going to move on swiftly to the last two words. The first is sojourn. This is a noun, but it can also be a verb. The noun means a temporary stay, and the verb also means the same thing, to stay somewhere temporarily or to reside somewhere for a short time. That is sojourn. Now, this came from a beautiful email I received, and it was so encouraging. Thank you very much to my former teacher. And the sentence that he wrote was, "There are many types of journeys, and I believe that you are on the most important sojourn of them all." It's so very nice and sweet. So yeah, that is a relatively easy word. So let's move on to the next word, which is incommunicado. Incommunicado, you can think of it as avocado. It's a ka-do, not a k-do. Incommunicado. This is an adjective, and it means not able, wanting, or allowed to communicate with other people. This was a new word to me, and I'm going to try to use it because I really like the meaning of it. So not able, wanting, or allowed to communicate with others. So here's the modified sentence that I saw it in. We are preparing for a 10-day trip during which I will be totally incommunicado. No, that's not right. During which I'll be totally incommunicado because I will be in remote areas which are out of data coverage. What a nice word. Okay, so that is it. I hope you were able to see my joy in talking about these words, because I really do love words. Of all these words, the one that I didn't know at all was incommunicado, and pernicious or perniciously. This word too, like, I had an idea because every time I'd seen it in the past, I understood. You know, it's one of those words that a context is usually enough, or the context is usually enough to know what this word means, or the kind of feeling that this word has, like it's a negative sort of word. But yeah, it was good to actually look it up and define it. And let's see if you can use any of these words in your life in this coming week. And if you like this kind of video, please let me know, you know, give it a little like, share it with anyone you know. I would also love to see if there are any words that you came across this week that you want to also incorporate into your vocabulary, so you can leave them down below. I always make my endings super long, so I'm not going to do that and just say thank you very much for watching. I am Nandini. This is Language is Fun. I love language. So please subscribe, and I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.